In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up cart abandonment in SamCart so you can follow up with people who almost bought your product, but they didn't do it yet. So if you have access to the cart abandonment feature in SamCart, which is available on their highest level of support, then you go to cart abandonment and you can see what's been going on here. So the main thing I want to set up in this video is my Funnel by Friday bootcamp. It's a $5 live 5-day challenge that's happening in April. And I've got a couple of people that are buying it. As you can see, I get a lot more cart abandonments from people who are looking at my laminated launch maps. And that might be because it is a free plus shipping offer. So let's take a look at our options here. Now, the first option is called a global unsubscribe. And if you go into settings and you go to integrations and you go to global rules, you can make one global rule where you can apply a cart abandonment tag to anybody. Now, the problem with that is if you have lots of different products, you want to send them the cart abandonment email sequence for what they were thinking about buying, not just the cart abandonment for whatever you hoped you guessed that they were buying, right? So I had this set up for a while when my laminated launch maps were the only thing I was promoting, but that global rule doesn't make any sense right now. And so here's how you do that. The trigger is e-commerce and the trigger is prospect created. So when somebody starts to fill out a checkout form in SamCart, it'll actually create a prospect and it saves that person in the database of SamCart. We just want to pull those people out and say, hey, you were really close. Something must have come up. Totally get it. Life is busy. Click here to complete your purchase. That's one way to do it. It's global rules. If you're just selling one thing, you can do that way. Say when prospect is created. For me, I would apply a tag in my Infusionsoft or Keep, and that's what I used to do, but now I'm showing you a better way here. So this is more specific. So we want to see a prospect that's been created and then grab them in Zapier and then apply a tag. So we're going to use a third-party system here to grab these people because it does grab the product that they purchased. And so I want to apply this tag here, which is my cart abandonment tag. So FBFB stands for Funnel by Friday Bootcamp, and the tag is abandoned cart. So that's a tag I've already created, and I want to send them a series of emails until they buy the product. So this goal will be achieved in this sequence whenever somebody bought the bootcamp. Okay, so this series of emails here will be sent until they buy. How do we apply this tag to people? Go over to Zapier, and we're going to connect SamCart with Keep. And so the trigger now here on the left is when the prospect is created, then we want to update or tag a prospect here. Get my face out of the way. So create or update contact there. All right, so we will select my SamCart account has already been connected. I don't usually test because the test is irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. I need to add a filter in between step 1 and step 2. So we don't want to say, hey, anytime any prospect is created in SamCart, I just want to see anytime a cart abandonment prospect for the Funnel by Friday Bootcamp has been created, and that test is taking too long anyway. So let me see if I can keep getting some work done down here. I'm going to click on here and add a filter. And so now the filter says only continue if the product name, you can do contains or whatever you want to do. Contains or equals is fine. Funnel by Friday Bootcamp is the name of the product. Funnel by Friday Bootcamp. Make sure the string of characters is correct and then hit continue. Now in this example, this says this would have continued. I don't really know why. I don't know what sample data. Maybe it found this first person and it looks like their name. Well, it didn't say their name, but info@thesystem.ca. Maybe that's who it found in their test. Let's take a look. Okay, not sure. Let's get this set up and get it running. But so the prospect created in SamCart, only continue if the product name text contains Funnel by Friday Bootcamp. And now we're going to go into Keep and hit continue. And then for their email, we're going to grab their email and we'll check for duplicates with their email address. I do want to opt them into my marketing stuff, so we'll opt them in right away. And then their first name equals first name. And the tag here, the tag needs to already exist. I believe it was FBFB abandoned cart. Okay. So pretty straightforward. We're using Zapier to connect somebody who opted in or started to check out the product. I'm going to skip the rest of this stuff and hit continue. And I think there's just been 2 people, but this is a specific thing that I'm going to set up for my other products in SamCart as well. So whenever I turn paid traffic on or I start to really ramp up the promotions, I want to make sure that I'm capturing people and bringing them back to the sales page. And a cart abandonment sequence is a really great way to do that. You just got to do this additional step. Instead of a global prospect created cart abandonment rule, make a third-party integration with Zapier saying, hey, anytime this happens on this product name, then we're going to send them that tag, and that tag will then send some emails, which I'll configure here in a second. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the Zap on, and we'll see if I can start to capture some of these people that are opting in but not finishing the checkout process.